Back with more Buffy. This is episode 11 of season 3. And yeah, loving the season and the show. And last episode was really cool, kind of had like a Christmas themed one. My cinnamon rolls, they're okay. Well, they're taking things slow, which I think is the correct way to go about things. But yeah, that saved my life. Over the moon that they're getting things back on track. What does Undone Cordelia do? I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. But we also had a lot of focus on Angel as well, which was really interesting. We got a few more flashbacks with him, and he was kind of tortured by these like ghosts, and one of the ghosts was Jenny, and it was like the first evil or something. Kind of an interesting kind of story that led to a really emotional scene on that hilltop. Then it started snowing like a Christmas miracle, and therefore Angel couldn't kill himself. So that's for the best. So yeah, really great episode, and I can't wait to see when they're going to go next with the rest of the season. I'm assuming this one will have like aired after like the Christmas and New Year kind of break mid-season. So I feel like we might really get into the swing of things now. Not really sure, but very excited to see what's going to happen next. So yeah, one thing you might be able to hear in my voice because I'm coughing a lot. I feel like death warmed up. Yeah, I've got everything. I've got the headache, I've got the cold, I've got the cough, I've got the sore throat. I've got, yeah, the full shebang, but it's okay. I'm going to power through with Buffy. I've had a cup of tea to make me feel a bit better. But yeah, starting this Monday coming, I am at uni a lot more than I have been the last couple of weeks, which I've been able to film a lot more and get more episodes out. So I really want to get at least a couple more Buffys out before I'm like completely swamped with uni stuff. So yeah, I'm going to power through. So apologies if I sound weird and look weird, but yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know that. So apologies if you're watching this on Patreon and you're watching the full reaction, because I might be a bit of throughout the whole thing, but I'll see what happens. But yeah, very excited to check out this episode. Let's get into it.
I thought it was about time for me to come out and watch. You know, the slaying.
You know, the slaying is kind of an alone thing.
And
It's
dangerous.
such a big part of your life, and I'd like to understand it. It's Mr. Sanderson from the bank.
Getting away! Stay!
I like that Joyce is trying to like understand Buffy's life more. This is dangerous and I'm nervous. Oh, Jesus. Ooh. Happy first time out, Joyce.
They were little kids.
Aww.
Did you see them? They're so tiny. I saw.
Oh,
Who
Joyce.
could do something like this?
She'd have seen that dead little girl and think, Buffy's my little
Don't tell
girl.
me to calm
So it
down.
must really affect her.
I only meant
They were-
well, the use of a symbol on a victim like this suggests a ritual murder, an occult sacrifice by a group.
A group of
Good.
human beings. Someone with a soul did this.
I'm afraid so.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's completely personal. Giles, find me the people that did this. Please.
I didn't realise that Slayers couldn't kill like other humans.
Hey. Hey.
Oh no.
Hey, Amy. I like your new hair. I
Ah.
haven't seen you all day. Where you been?
Not with me. No, sir. Ask anyone. No.
Oh boy. Shut up.
God, your mom would actually take the time to do that with you? That really wasn't the point of the story, was it? No, the point is she's
Oh.
completely...
Does she not have a good relationship with her mum? I'm sure Amy would do something to help, because she's just shown up.
Buffy, have you talked to Mr. Giles yet? A cult. Like witches.
Oh dear. Oh shit.
Sorry, phlegm, too much.
We're setting up a vigil for tonight for City Hall. The mayor is even going to be there. Now
shit.
you're going to get some action.
That's great. But
Oh
you know
boy.
what? A lot of times when we're working on stuff like this, we like to
keep
keep
it
the number
quiet.
of people that know about it kind of small.
Oh, right. Well, I'm sure there won't be all that many people.
Oh dear. I'm gonna get like turned against witches or something, aren't they? That's why Amy's in this.
Right this second. Mom? Hello. I didn't know you were going to be here. Oh, hi, Bunny.
Hi. Mom, what are you doing?
Well, there's Mum.
Oh, well, I read about it in the paper. Oh, you cut off your hair. That's a new look.
Yeah, it's just a sudden whim.
It's not for
I had
ages.
in August.
I like it. Hello, Joyce.
Oh, why would you ignore such an amazing cinnamon
Imagine
roll?
this crush. Oh, this is, Joyce.
Oh dear.
What a turnout you have here.
It's been a while.
Right. Not since,
You banged.
since-
Is that snake?
Silence is this town's disease. For too long,
Whoa.
we've been plagued by unnatural evils. This isn't our town anymore.
Oh shit. He's not gonna like that.
It belongs to the monsters and the witches and the slayers.
Don't say that. Oh shit. Oh, bugger. What is happening?
Watch it. Oh, sorry. Did I make you
What?
smudge your eyeliner?
Because that's what you get when you hang with freaks and losers. Believe me.
Come on,
I know.
Cordelia.
That was a pointed comment about me hanging with you guys.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, I got that too.
Besides, witches didn't do it.
Actually, I think they may. My research
Fuck.
keeps bringing me back to...
I miss Cordelia being
wicked
part of
goblins.
the Scooby Gang.
I'm getting sick of the judgment, the innuendos. Is a man not innocent until proven guilty?
You are guilty.
Exactly.
You got illicit smoochies. Gonna have to pay the price.
But I'm talking about the future guilt. Look, everyone expects me to mess up again. Like Oz. I see how he is around me. You know, that steely gaze, that pointed silence.
Because he's usually such a chatterbox.
It's different now. It's more a verbal non-verbal.
Keep step back, stay away from the lockers. This is police business.
Oh my god.
I used stuff in my locker. Hannah Bean, Hellebore, Manfreakin.
Excuse me. Playboys, can we turn the sympathy this way?
No, Xander, get lost.
The symbol is harmless. I used it to make a protection spell for you, for your birthday, with Michael and Amy, only now it's broken because you know about it. So, happy birthday,
okay.
and please, you have to believe me.
Shit.
Ms. Rosenberg, my office.
Oh, my cinnamon bean. I don't like it.
I love the smell of a desperate librarian.
Oh my god. Piss off.
Answer to Moo. Did that sentence just make some sense that I'm not in on?
Yeah.
Mother is opposed to the occult. A powerful new group.
I know
Oh,
who came up with that lame name.
your mum.
That would be the founder. I believe you call her Mom.
Oh shit. Let's hope they have a moo point.
A classic adolescent response to the pressures of incipient adulthood.
What?
I'm a rebel. I'm having a rebellion. Hello. Honey, you don't need to act out like this.
The most
to prove your
adorable rebellion.
specialness. No, I'm not acting out. I'm a witch. I can make pencils float. And I can summon the 4 elements. Okay, 2, but 4 soon. And I'm dating a musician. Oh, Willow. I worship
I love that that's the
Beelzebub.
thing she has issue with.
I do his biddings. I don't want you hanging out with those friends of yours. It's clear where this
You
little
can
obsession
fuck off.
came from.
With respect.
You will not speak to Bunny Summers again.
I don't
Fine, she'll speak to
understand
Buffy
that Willow
Summers.
anymore.
Bitch.
Evil pops up, you undo it, and that's great. But is Sunnydale getting any better? Are they running out of vampires?
I don't think that you run out of...
It's not your fault. You don't have a plan. You just react to things. It's bound to be kind of fruitless.
Fruitless? Fuck.
Okay, maybe I... And maybe next time that the world is getting sucked into hell, I won't be able to stop it because the anti-hell sucking book isn't on the approved reading list.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put down.
Yeah, well, you did.
She kinda did.
Doesn't matter. A nice acronym, Mom.
Just trying to make things better.
I know.
You are.
Oh!
There's bad people out there.
And we can't sleep.
Not until you hurt them.
The way they hurt us.
Oh shit. What the fuck?
Is Sunnydale any better than when I first came here? Okay, so I
Would have been a lot worse if you hadn't.
but I don't really win.
I've seen The Wish.
I do know it's important to keep fighting. I learned that from you.
Aw.
But we never.
Never win.
Not completely.
Never will. That's not why we fight. We do it because there's things worth fighting for. Those kids, their parents.
Their parents.
Look, I know it's not much.
Ooh.
No, it's a lot.
They have something to do with it?
Just an interrupt. You spit bad. You're a bit bad. And I'll say it again.
At that point,
And if no one knows who they are, where did these pictures come from?
I just assumed someone had the details. I never really. Well, that is true.
We need to get some
Conspiracy.
information. Wait,
Same kids.
those are the same kids.
50 years ago.
Oh, are they demons?
In Utah, too.
Now all I can do is let you go with love.
Let me go. What does that mean?
What?
Fairy tales are real.
Hansel and
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel.
wait. Hansel and Gretel? Breadcrumbs, ovens, gingerbread house?
I was attacked
Oh,
You're
Jesus.
not funny.
By whom?
My dad, his friends, they're taking people out of their homes. They're talking about a trial down at City Hall. They got Amy.
Michael, stay here and hide John.
Oh.
I'll find my mom.
Tell them to get out of
Boy.
her house.
Stay in my office.
This is dark as fuck. Anyone hurts Willow, I swear.
I said get your coat, witch.
Oh my god.
Great. Look, there's more to this. Wait.
Oh my god. Oh. That cry. Hashtag save my cinnamon bean.
No!
Oh my
Why
god.
are you doing this to me?
Cordelia.
Took you long enough to wake up. My hand hurts.
Oh my god.
How many times have you been knocked out anyway? I swear, one of these
Just so we're clear, you guys know you're nuts, right?
Before thee, let the unclean thing call.
Oh. Oh.
She couldn't do us first. See what we can do? Another step in.
I love seeing Giles and Cordelia together again though.
Get their
Iconic.
influence and drop a toadstone into the mixture.
This? It doesn't look like a toad.
No reason it should. It's from inside the toad.
Eh,
I hate you.
eh. Go on. Come on, gents.
What kind of a mother would I be if I didn't punish you?
By burning her alive? Gosh, jeez.
Ow! You got hair with that. God, you really were the little youthful offender, weren't you?
The heck up it.
Oh, I love that.
You like that? Huh? How about some more beer? Cordelia, put out the fire!
Oh, right.
Go, Cordelia. At least she didn't let Willow burn. Yeah, you two little shits. Oh, hello. Oh yes, take him to that.
Did I get it? Did I get it?
Oh dear. comedy
We're here to
duo.
save you.
She forgot everything?
No, she remembered the part where I said I was dating a musician. I was asked to come for dinner next week. So that's sort of like taking an interest.
Oh, they're turning Amy back.
Maybe we should get her one of those wheel thingies.
Oh no. If she's like that forever, that'd be hilarious though. That was a great episode. I really, really liked it. Some really interesting kind of stuff at work. I think it was very kind of smartly written. And yeah, I mean, really dark in some places, and I really kind of liked that. It almost would have been interesting to see if it hadn't been a demon causing all of this, and things really just had escalated naturally to that point. So I feel like, as awful as it is, maybe stuff like that could still happen, like these witch hunts and stuff. I think humans could still get to that point. So I think it could have been interesting to see how the situation would have unfolded if, you know, these witches or whatever had genuinely killed these kids, and what would have gone on then. But I still really liked what they did with the story in this episode anyway. Because it kind of alludes to what I think is kind of one of the running themes in this season so far, which is you are your own worst enemy. I've talked about it before. But it wasn't really the demon or Hansel and Gretel themselves that did most of the damage in this episode. It was the people of Sunnydale. Because, you know, they planted the seeds about these two dead kids. And then it just all spiraled out of control, just because of people being people and people turning against each other and kind of being poisoned and manipulated to the point where the demon could control them. So just, again, alluding to that whole thing, you're your own worst enemy sometimes. And I really liked that, which is kind of what I've said before. I don't think every Buffy episode needs like a villain or a monster or a demon to fight. Which is why it could have been interesting to see if it had just been two dead kids that had caused all this and what happened to Sunnydale then. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. And I also liked the talk of the difference between, like, why is this only happening now because it's kids that are killed and not like that vampire guy that Joyce recognised, or any of the other like adults or adolescents that have been killed before. Why now? I suppose it's kind of down to the fact that they were kind of Hansel and Gretel demons, which was an interesting kind of twist on a fairy tale. I kind of liked that, and how it like spanned across like every 50 years or something. This would go on in a different place. I really liked that idea of like this fairy tale being like a manipulation. So that was really cool, especially because I'm watching Once Upon a Time, and I really like the show Grimm as well. The fact that fairy tales come to life is something that really interests me. So I really enjoyed that kind of whole thing. And I really liked the focus on Joyce. I think she's very underutilised in the show. I think she has the potential to be really good. I love her to be like a main cast member, and like be around all the time. Because when she has like focus like this, I think she really shines. And I really love the actress. I think it's Christine Sutherland, I think. And yeah, I really like her performance, and I really liked, more so I think the first half of the episode was more focused on Joyce, and then it kind of, you know, the situation got out of control and loads of different parents were brought in. But I really liked the focus on her and the fact that she saw these dead kids, and it really got to her, and that's what started this whole thing. And in trying to help, the problem just got so much worse, because I think being a slayer works best when a few people know about the problem and not everyone is like rising up against it, which would only make things worse. And I really liked that kind of aspect of things. I just imagine her like getting really affected by this, because she like sees this dead little girl or whatever, this dead little boy even, and she just sees Buffy. You know, Buffy's my daughter, is my little girl that's putting herself in these dangerous situations night after night. So I can see why that really got to her, and I can see why things went the way they did. But I think that's really interesting, because it shows Joyce is I really like that she's trying to understand like the Slayer life and everything, but she doesn't quite get it yet, because otherwise she wouldn't have like gone public with all of this information. So I really liked the focus on her in this episode, and the continuity with her and Giles being really awkward around each other because of what happened in Band Candy. I think that was really cool, and also the conversation that Buffy had with Angel. I really liked him showing up very briefly in this episode as well, kind of checking in on him after the events of the last episode, but also what Buffy and Angel were talking about is, you know, the whole idea of the Slayer being fruitless because Sunnydale hasn't gotten any better, but because of things like the wish, we've seen it would have been so much worse if she hadn't been there. And I love what Angel was saying, like, you know, maybe you never win, but there's always something to fight for, and I really like that kind of idea. Because even if you never win, it still means you never lose, which I think means it's worth it. But again, Joyce doesn't really understand, I think, everything about being a Slayer yet, so that's why she would think it's kind of pointless. But I really liked the idea of, like, does Buffy really have an idea, or does Buffy really have an impact on Sunnydale being a Slayer? And I think it's powerful in itself because we've seen The Witch a couple of episodes ago, so we kind of know what probably would have happened. But at the same time, I think it would have been really interesting to have, you know, this episode take place, be like episode 9, and then The Wish be episode 11. That could have been quite interesting to see, you know, then we would have got proof of what would have happened. But I think either way, it kind of works. I think these two episodes really complement each other really, really well. What else? I really liked that Joyce as well brought up the idea of like a silent Sunnydale, and like silence is their disease, because there is always this thing, all these like demon attacks and stuff, and people at Sunnydale just seem to forget it or choose to forget it. And we got that again at the end with like Willow's mum only really choosing to remember that Willow is dating a musician, which I really found quite funny. But yeah, I like that they addressed that people, you know, the people of Sunnydale kind of ignore all these like missing people and these deaths until these kids happen, and then this demon takes hold and stuff. So I thought that was interesting. I also found I actually quite liked Xander in this episode. He was quite endearing in the way he was like desperately trying to prove that him and Willow were kind of, that's completely done now, which I'm over the fucking moon about. I mean, he's still kind of being a bit annoying about it, but you know, I think that's just Xander's personality. And given his fractured home life, which I still want to see more of, I think this would have been the perfect opportunity. I mean, we met Willow's mum. I think this would have been a great opportunity to meet Xander's parents as well. But never mind. But yeah, I really liked that he was kind of awkward around Oz and trying to find some sort of forgiveness. I think that's kind of endearing in a certain way. And I kind of like that him and Oz kind of were paired together for a bit in this episode, and that they only showed up to save, you know, the girls in their life after the girls had saved themselves. I really like that. And that was really funny when they just fell through. They were like, we're here to save you after the problem had been solved. That was funny. And I think it's interesting that Oz doesn't seem to hold anything against Xander for what happened. I mean, I know Xander kind of says that he's being silently judged by Oz, but I don't know if that's the case or not. Maybe they'd explore that a bit more. But I'd rather just leave that whole story alone now it's over and done with. Oh yeah, I liked meeting Willow's mum. That was interesting. We kind of saw earlier in the episode, Willow kind of said a comment about, you know, your mum would take time to do that with you to Buffy. So clearly she's not really paying much attention to her daughter, and then we finally met her, which was really interesting. I liked that. And clearly she's a very kind of distant mother. My poor cinnamon roll. I wonder what Oz's parents are like. That'd be interesting. But yeah, I liked finally kind of meeting some of Willow's extended family. Hopefully we'll meet her dad at some point. And I'd like them to continue to explore the relationship with the mum. But it was cool seeing her show up. And I also liked, I missed Cordelia being like part of the Scoobies quite a lot, actually. I hope she kind of finds a lot more peace with them eventually and kind of comes back into the gang. But I did like that in like the second half of the episode she had more of a role to play, and I love that they paired her with Giles, because those two have been hilarious together in the past. So that was really cool seeing them work together, Cordelia getting involved. only when like it was directly affecting her, and she was like, "I'm gonna find Buffy and get her to solve it," which is kind of funny. But I liked her like putting out the fire and stuff. I thought that was really cool. So I love that she did end up getting some stuff to do in the episode. And I liked this idea of like the witch hunt and people fearing what they don't understand and trying to destroy what they don't understand, which is, you know, a very timely thing even nowadays. So I really liked that, and how they brought Amy back as like a big character in this episode because she's a witch. And I like that it continued to expand on Willow being a witch and dabbling with witchcraft and stuff. I think that's a really interesting thing for her character to do. Like have this side to her that you might not expect when you just like talk to Willow normally. So I really like that. And yeah, I liked the whole idea of like this like witch hunt and this burning the witches at the stake and stuff. Really interesting. And I also thought this spoke quite a lot, even to nowadays, like censorship and copyright and stuff, with like Snyder and everyone taking some of Giles's books away and Moo not deeming them like appropriate material and stuff. I liked that whole idea, especially with like Article 13 nowadays, which could, you know, destroy my channel and stop me being able to do reactions. Try not to think about that, because the coming weeks are going to be very nerve-wracking. But yeah, I really like that an episode like this is still... you can still relate to it today, and I really like that. And yeah, I didn't even think the design of like the Hansel and Gretel demon looked too bad. But I really like that all Buffy needed to do to stop it was just like rip the thing off and then just run it through right through the neck, which is... ouch. But yeah, it was kind of cool that even in such like a complicated mess of a story, it still just came down to like this one Buffy versus this demon, and I really liked that. But I really liked the whole focus on Joyce trying to understand what Buffy did, and because she doesn't quite get it yet, it escalated into something as drastic as this, and the whole town turning against itself and everything. I thought it was really, really cool. Yeah, really great episode. Some really funny moments in it. Went really dark. I liked the idea of like the Hansel and Gretel kind of twist on that fairy tale. I liked, you know, meeting Willow's mum, so I don't believe we've seen her before. And yeah, just the whole focus on Joyce I thought really excelled, and I really liked what they got all the different characters to do in this episode. Yeah, really layered episode, really, really cool, really well done. Really, really enjoyed it, and everything it kind of spoke for. And its relatability even today with like witch hunts against people and censorship and stuff. I thought it was really cool. So yeah, great episode, loved it, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next for the rest of this season. I wonder if this is going to have like lasting implications in like Buffy and Joyce's relationship, or Willow's relationship with her parents and stuff. Also, I really, really, really want to see Oz come over for dinner with his mum. I doubt we're actually going to see that scene, but if we do, I will probably die of cuteness. So, well, not my own cuteness. That's not a thing. I would die of their cuteness. You get what I mean. And yeah, we're halfway through season 3. Nuts. It's going really quickly this season, but I can't wait to carry on and see what's going to happen next. Oh, I also really liked the mayor showing up, however briefly in this episode. He didn't seem too pleased with what Joyce was kind of saying, because he's all too aware of everything that's going on in Sunnydale. So I can't wait to see a bit more of him and where that's going to go. But yeah, love this episode, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen with the rest of the season. So until next time, thanks for watching.